Welcome to Tuesday's Fun Time with Taylor's TV. Here, let's have some fun with him. There we go. Everyone watch. So how goes it, Rob? What are you up to?
About 5'10".
Okay, yeah, that's about right. Sounds about right.
He's got a loom set up? God, no. What a
I don't
nerd.
know, yeah, that's his painting thing, I guess.
Yeah, no, obviously. I'm sure it is.
He's using his new iPhone camera, and he has these are kind of cool. He has virtual backgrounds. This is one of them. There he is.
Fuck's sake. All right, are we done yet?
Yeah, we're on.
Yeah, I know we're on. You're very quiet, Eddie. And subtle. Hi, audience of nobody. How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah, I think we got a.
What's up, Las Cruces?
Las Cruces, the man is here.
The guy that wins every contest because he enters every contest.
I swear he does. It's almost as bad as Eric.
Yeah, well, Eric does raffles.
I haven't sent anything to Las Cruces in a while. He hasn't won anything.
Oh, he's too busy on Whatnot and on Legion of Comics and on.
He's winning something of value. Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
I did win one or two Whatnot things lately. Not a lot, just like some random Something's Killing the Children book I don't care about.
How's my sound right now? Am I super echoey still?
No, you sound fine.
No, you sound fine.
Okay.
I like you should put that background with the living room. I think
I'd rather just replace the foreground and call it a day, but well.
Fine. Still look like I can say nothing much. Comic books, I'm not sure what comes out this week. I have to go look. So I have not. Yeah, so I like that. It looks like nice piano.
Yeah.
Actually,
he's at Remy's house.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, nothing new. I'd say I had nothing to. It's been kind of a quiet week.
Here, I'll join you.
The Packers get beat by Dallas in 2 weeks. I'll be happy.
Oh, they're getting crushed by Dallas. There you go. There's me in front of me.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I love that picture since I saw it. I was actually amazed by this week's Dallas game that they actually beat the living out of, I don't know who it was.
Nice.
How do you guys?
And we're in the head.
Oh, now you're
nothing got a laggy.
Yep, you're laggy as all heck.
I don't care.
How are you doing that, Rob? How are you doing that?
Through the magic of StreamYard. Now I'm at DJ Links. Stick around.
How do you mess with that on StreamYard? I'm just curious.
You just go to the camera.
It's called virtual backgrounds. It's virtual backgrounds. Yeah, you can use some stock ones or you can upload stuff.
But I'd imagine it's taking too much processing power or too much of my shitty Wi-Fi, one of the two. So
it's your computer processing power. It definitely chews up.
Yeah.
Where's the actual? Sorry to ask, but where's the command for that? I'm just curious.
It's called
the settings on the bottom. The little gear, if you can't read. And then there's camera, audio, virtual background, hotkeys.
Oh, very cool.
There you go. What's up, Scott? If you want to see something really disturbing, go watch Whack Comics, and you can see Scott dressed in totally inoffensive garb for the latter half of the show.
Oh, wow. I don't think this is going to work at all. Ooh. How neat.
Yeah. There's a couple preloaded, and you can add whatever photos you want. So.
Yeah, no big deal. I was wondering. This is my older computer. This is my older put-together computer, so it's not my gaming.
Well, this thing's already doing heavy duty because it's like my iPhone is running through Bluetooth to get to my computer and then doing this. So,
wow.
Anything else is taxing it too much, I think. So, it's a new beta feature on Apple, and I'm just trying it out because my Apple's built-in cameras are shit, and my other camera, the cables keep taking a dive on me. So,
mine is the $20 Logitech video camera from.
I know you brag about it every time, but
I go cheap. No. I see on Instagram it says, buy the online, the presenter. Ooh.
No, honestly, Eddie, I'm using you as a test case for tomorrow when I'm reviewing comics and seeing if this will work. So you just keep talking.
I was curious. I see a thing on Instagram where the light gets right on and kind of reflects.
Yeah.
It's some kind of thing on Amazon where you buy a kit that has a microphone, a camera, lighting, and all that stuff. And I go look at this can't be that bad. $899. Ooh, okay, no, that's not going to happen. So that was my fun story. So what's everybody been up to this week? How much do we know, Rob? What is the total? Is it over, or are you just letting it run the whole 69 days?
Well, it runs until the campaign is a year-long campaign. It just happened to be that we waited until there 300 of the days were behind us and took a running jump at it through a one weekend big push.
Gotcha.
But money will continues to trickle in here and there, and that's good. And but we're over 23,000 with the committed grant that hasn't been logged yet. So,
have the haircuts happened?
well, I saw, I know that at least one of them did because Lee posted a picture today of him and his new haircut, and surprisingly, he somehow can pull it off.
Who are the ones that did the haircut?
Tyler and Lee, Whack Comics.
I don't have them memorized. For real name versus online names, I don't always have them.
Tyler is the one whose name I keep mixing up with Taylor.
Oh, okay. Is Taylor locked up, or is he still there?
I'm assuming he's frozen because nobody holds their glasses that.
You gotta admit, that is like the coolest. That is like the coolest. And I got two Taylors here. That is like the coolest screenshot of Taylor looking at himself.
Yeah, lovely. My internet just.
We got Taylor twice. Wow. He is having internet. He's posing for the camera. That's a blurry one for him. Wow. Taylor needs drugs. Yes, he does. He's sick. I heard he was going to die anyway. He wanted to make it quick because he's not feeling well, so that's okay with him. But anything new? Let's see. I haven't watched Andor. I kind of stopped watching Andor. Oh, he's back. Hi, Taylor.
Yeah. No, I haven't watched today's episode or this week. Oh, this week's episode, I guess, is tomorrow. But
I'm gonna catch up on him 3 weeks behind.
But no, I'm caught up on Andor. I'm really enjoying it. God damn it, dog! Calm down. My wife walks in, the dog's all
right. I'm getting about 3 more minutes of this shit, then I'm giving up. So.
Well, you're working. You're moving.
No, I keep losing you. I mean, I've been booted from the room like 5 times. So, and it's not the processing power. It's my internet. My internet's going out on me. So, anyways,
how's the weather up there anyway?
No,
you guys get snow yet?
No, it was like 70 degrees today.
Jesus, we're getting snow. We're getting rain tomorrow, snow the next day.
Yeah, it was 70 degrees and 55 tomorrow, or 55 right now. So.
Sorry, back on Andor. I gave up like at episode 3 or 4. I mean, the planning how long does the planning phase go for?
To about like episode 5, I think is. So I mean, I understand it's not a fast burn. The first 3 episodes especially are slow. 4 and 5 I think are slow. I think 6 is where they do the heist. But I love the show. I think that what I'm seeing, especially now in 7 and 8, is episodes 7 and 8 really start to kind of build on what was laid, the groundwork that was laid, and kind of building this up from a standpoint of setting up the early days of the very beginning formation of a unified rebellion. I find it very intriguing, and I think it's a very good show. Now, I fully also understand the pacing is not a show pacing that it's for everyone. And there are going to be people who don't like it because they think it's too slow and they just want to see some action and pew pew. And that's not what you're going to see here.
Yeah.
No, you get a lot of like political intrigue on both sides of it, and like
world building,
low burn, but meticulous attention to detail with everything else, and then just kind of like and a lot of real world like parallels and stuff to lots of stuff going on. So I think it's great, but it's not a typical Star Wars property.
I mean, I'm going to get back to watching it. What happened was, I think halfway through the episode after he joined them, when they started Mon Mothma, was it what's her face? They were showing her a lot.
Mon Mothma, yeah.
That's okay. I don't know if I had the name right. I was like afraid I did.
Yeah.
And they were showing her and him, and they were planning stuff. And somehow I got distracted, or we had to go do something, so I stopped it halfway through, and I haven't just picked it back up. And I have to.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of that. I think a lot of the stuff that's going on with the Imperial ISB is very intriguing right now, and how they've circled back to some of the stuff that's gone on. I think it's just the layers of it. It's a well detailed written show, and it's definitely a show that would never have made it on network TV.
No.
Yeah,
And I'm actually liking it better than I liked Rogue One so far. So,
Yeah.
really? I kind of enjoy it. I mean,
I like Rogue One, but like it doesn't really stand up to a lot of rewatching. And this I think is pretty intriguing and pretty interesting. So
I tried to watch Rogue One again, and you're probably right. I think I fell asleep about halfway through it after it. I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I really know that I know that I'll be going back and rewatching Andor, just because the layers of stuff that are in there are very deep, that once you get past it, you go back and rewatch it. It's gonna be like Babylon 5. I mean, where to an extent, like Babylon 5, after you've watched it once, I thought it was much better on a second watching, because you realized some of the layers that were there and stuff. And
that's pretty interesting. And it's also, of all the stuff that's come most to like the 1970s janky use of technology, there goes internet.
Yeah,
you're flopping around again. I understand what he was saying, but so we'll just make it a big one.
Why do you do that to him?
It's just fun. He'll come back. There he is. He's back. What is it? How is he? Are you using a major internet company up there or not?
Yeah, I pay for it as part of my apartment. It's not great. It is what it fucking is. So, and I know you find great humor in it every time it goes out, Eddie. So I just do it to amuse you now at this point. So.
Okay, this is fun. No, it's certain. It's when you go out when you're like, the first one was great. You were holding your glasses like that. It was just classic. Sorry.
The other thing that we had those 6 episodes of the Jedi Tales that came, and those were pretty interesting. It's they're 15-minute, roughly long animated shorts that are 3 of them focus on Ahsoka and 3 of them focus on Count Dooku, and add color to those characters in the what do you call it? The prequel trilogy.
Oh, okay.
I thought that the Count Dooku one did a good job of filling in some motivation for him as a character, and was the Ahsoka one, while enjoyable, I don't think really added much to the character that we didn't already know from other stuff, but it was still kind of fun to see.
I haven't seen those yet.
I have not had. I for some reason Disney Plus I haven't had a chance really to log back into lately.
Yeah.
My 3-year subscription is going away, and they're not going to start charging me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
Taylor, if you do watch them, like I said, they're only 15 minutes long, so they're easy to.
I know. I just haven't. I've been watching The Peripheral on Amazon, which is
sure.
It's
there's a lot of stuff out there,
and I wrapped up Lord of the Rings, The Power of Your Mom, and the other one, The House of Your Dragon, whatever. So
how was it? How was Lord of the Rings one? I think it was
fucking boring.
Boring, really?
Honestly, I mean, it was gorgeous, but and I tried, and I liked it, but it was just goddamn dull.
Did they go for a walk?
Yes, they did. That's actually how the season ended. Was the start of another long walk.
Really?
Fuck! What is with Lord of the Rings and their joy of walking?
I don't know.
Nice. I haven't. I think we finally canceled Prime for a while just because we're still working on everything with the heat. We're doing the HELOC loan, and we're waiting for everything to go through and consolidating all the credit cards under one thing and crap like that. So we're trying to do that for now. So, which is why
speaking of canceled, they canceled Mark's favorite show, Stargirl. I got the axe.
Stargirl.
Stargirl. CW show, whatever.
Oh, I don't watch CW. I don't think I ever watch any CW shows ever. So
it was a fun enough romp, like DC schoolgirl romp. So.
We have 1 month and a few days until Black Adam hits HBO Max.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'll see it one of these days.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait till it comes out on that and just watch it there. I mean,
Just
I've heard things. I mean, so
well, I mean, I could without knowing anything, I could predict the grand plot without. I mean, it's just
there was much of a plot.
here's I'm going to go on a limb. He's an anti-hero. The JSA doesn't like that he's killing people, but they bond together to fight an enemy at the end. And
Okay.
one of the JSA dies along the way, but probably not really. And Superman.
What JSA you're in there? I think Hawkman. That's about it, right?
No, Dr. Fate and the tall guy, the big guy, and I don't know. Some
Atom Smasher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And given who the cast is and what they're probably paying the actors, I'm going to go on a limb and say that Pierce Brosnan dies because he's probably the highest second paid person in the movie. So.
I wouldn't say it did really well. I guess. I mean, that's one of the.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. I heard it. I'm sure it's fun, and I will go see it.
It is a very fun movie.
Oh yeah.
Make no except nobody that I've heard talk about this movie has said that this is like a great piece of film.
Yeah.
Like this is high art or anything else. Yeah. What it is exactly what you need it to be, which is a fun, take yourself away from reality, superhero. It's clobbering time,
and I'm okay with it because like DC went so stupidly dark and grim with everything for a while, and then had that hot mess of the Snyderverse, and so
I mean, that's like the last DC one I watched was the Snyder movie, and I kind of did like it. I mean, I enjoyed the first version of it too. I mean,
I don't know. Give me James Gunn's like Peacemaker and Suicide Squad any day. So
yeah, that was still my favorite out of all of them so far. I mean, I'm kind of annoyed that I'm enjoying The Witcher. I mean, I did enjoy The Witcher, and now where Clavel's leaving and they're giving it to Thor's brother.
Yeah,
Scott received.
Well, thanks, Journey. Appreciate the gazillions of viewers. Yeah, you missed me fight with the internet, and
we got 6 at the moment. It's gonna be. Everyone's kind of sick. I think Taylor's internet's going on the fritz and his mind's going on the fritz.
Yeah, and the mind's first thing to go.
No, it's the body, dude. The mind's still there. The body's
still there. I'm long fucked because they're both going.
I learned at 50, things start moving. Things start hurting.
I mean, it's super fun going to a cubicle and doing everything I could be doing from the comfort of my own home. But I have to go to the cubicle so they can watch me.
I did that for like 17, 18 years. So now I'm out in the middle of nowhere freezing my ass off. So I guess it's not terrible. I have nobody watching me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I'm working from home tomorrow, I think, if this cold gets any worse, because there's no, yeah.
Rob's was that a yawn?
Sure.
Yeah, because we're not talking about anything fucking interesting yet either.
In my defense, I have been up for 14 hours. So
yeah.
14? Holy, what have you been doing for 14 hours?
I work.
Yes, I know that, but what the hell?
I've been up for 14 now as well. So, yeah.
It's nearly 7 p.m. my time. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I got at 5:45, so I guess
I've been up
for 12 and a half. 13 hours, yeah. So I've been up for 13. So yeah, I guess it just doesn't compute like that to me for some reason. I don't know. So anything interesting?
You know how you can make your life easier? Don't say 6 o'clock. When I look at my time, I'm looking at it says 18:48. It's a lot easier to do math if you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, thanks, Journey. You know how you can make it. You know you can make it even easier. Don't give a fuck about math.
I had a video that dropped today where we reviewed the new EGS books.
Nice.
Well, let us hang on.
That's a goofy looking slab there, Rob.
I just want to see what they look like. Okay, is that just the base slab?
Yeah. Well, this is their new slab.
Okay,
this is it's a custom label, obviously, but it's the new slab.
Yeah.
So it's thick like a regular slab and all that stuff. And
the color, how about this on the base one without it being the coloring on it and the font and everything? How is the base one compared to that one right there?
I don't know. This is the one they sent me.
Oh, okay. The reason I'm asking is I actually kind of like that. I like the color scheme, and I like the orange to the yellow and
Well, their normal base one would be blue, just like for
Everybody
blue
else's,
labels,
yeah.
blue label. Yeah, they use the
Oh,
same color scheme normal, but you can do the custom labels, right?
gotcha.
And whether you design something, whether you pick something from what they already have there, or whether you ask them to design something for you, this is a gradient label that they have with the bats. I think I've seen it on their website, and with this book, it looks phenomenal. There's
Yeah,
no
and I'm
doubt
sure
about
they
it.
just
As long
hit the
so,
eyedropper tool and color matched it and printed it. So
yeah, I mean, so it looks good. It's clean.
I
It's
think it looks
it's a
really
very serviceable case.
Yeah.
It's the third best case out there. So
get off my lawn, indeed, Journey. Get off my.
but you can see the full rundown of what I liked and what I didn't like, and my
I have not
overall
sent anything to slap
impression
in any company. I don't know. There we go.
over on Rob's Fat Stacks.
Yeah, I'll go look at it. I was curious. I am not sending much off at all anymore to grading. I got to use up this year's $150. But that's about it. I'm not, because with our new use of credit cards and stuff like that, I got to really watch what I do, because we want to definitely keep from getting in debt again. That is our point. So me finishing off things like the X-Men are going to be very hard. The last 8 issues are going to be extremely tough. So
If only you could maybe do something where you set stuff aside.
What do you mean?
You sell your mystery boxes and you set that money aside and you hold on to it. You don't spend it.
I am.
And then you get some more money and you put it on top of it and you don't spend it until you then have enough money to get what you want.
Well, that is
what shenanigans? What's craziness are you talking here, Rob? I've never heard of this.
Well, the plan with that is then that will be the end of the YouTube channel. I think I'm going to shut down because really I'm not much. There's really not a lot to make on there, and I really don't have the time to even Taylor does reviewing stuff and stuff like that. I've had no time lately. Work's going to be up to 50 hours plus a week now.
I mean, you can always take a pause from it, Eddie. You don't have to shut it down. You just.
Oh, I know. I might just pause. You
can just jump on other people's shit too, or whatever, too, to hang out.
People do that.
No, never. I've never seen Rob on any of his channel other than himself.
I don't get it. Well, Rob gets invited on a lot of those channels.
You just fucking do it, man. You just show up in a live chat. There'll be a StreamYard link, and you hit the StreamYard link, and then you're on. It's really not that complex.
Yeah, I probably will.
You know how this one where you could have pinned the StreamYard link so people could join?
I don't know how to.
There you go.
On YouTube, I don't know how to pin the link. I totally forgot to do that this time. Normally we would, but I forgot. I mean, no big deal. I don't have. I'm not. I'm like you. I'm not StreamYard compatible, I guess.
There you go, Journey. Yes, we can talk about beating our meat here.
What?
You were watching on Journey. See, Comic Journey had a thing. Rob was on there, and other people were on there talking about meat.
Yeah, like I see. I used to watch. Nick did his. I jumped on there once about 6 months ago, and I don't know. It's just at the time I end up doing other things, get caught up into 5 different things. And I don't know. I'm banned for it.
I only kicked you out once. And that was on accident, Journey. That was to make
we pretty much hit a wall already. It pretty much sucks. 20 minutes in, and we're just.
Well, I fucking did Benadryl before this, and I'm gonna go. My guts and dude, I'm in fucking disaster right now. So you got about 10 more minutes out of me, and then I'm going to bed. So.
Yeah, we have with the weather coming, everything's going to be shitty around here. But oh well, I'm not going to make my 40 hours this week, so it'll be fun.
It's just Rob's. I'm sure he's amused because this is like a weekly conversation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So anybody getting decent comic books last week?
I mean, I have a review show. You can watch it and find out.
I know you can watch it, but you're supposed oh, fuck.
Yeah, I had an unboxing. I had an unboxing video on Monday. They had some interesting books.
I like that one.
Including a commission.
Oh yeah, so you posted the commission online, did you not? Did you post an
Not. I posted some on IG, but those weren't the one that I opened on Monday.
Oh, okay. Because once it came back as artwork, so it was a piece of.
Yeah,
how do they handle that one on CG or?
When you submit it, you just submit it as art instead of as a comic for a grade. So then what they do is then when I submit it, then they're going to go through the encapsulation and do the signature verification and stuff, but they don't grade it. They just label it as art.
Gotcha. Okay. So I wasn't sure. I couldn't tell from the picture if it was a comic book or because it looked like the front of a comic book.
Yeah, no, they were. There's the ones I posted on IG. Those were all sketch covers.
Oh, okay.
that were done, and those were then just submitted as art, because for the most part with the sketch covers, I don't care to they're one-off creations.
Yeah.
So what's unique and valuable about them is the fact that they're unique, as opposed to the fact whether it's a 9.8 or a 9.6 or 9.4. And some of those people, the art, sometimes the blanks aren't in the great condition because you get them wherever, or by the time the artist does their work on them, they pick up all kinds of debris and stuff from their art boards and stuff that they're drawing on, or this, that, and the other stuff, and the amount of cleaning and stuff that would have to go into it to make it a 9.8, or sometimes it's just not ever going to be. And getting that then back and having it have a 9.4 on it or something, some people then like view it, they get distracted by the number.
Yeah.
And it's like, so why do that? I can just submit it as art. I don't have to wait all those months for them to get around to grading it, because they don't grade it. So as soon as the book gets there, they send it off. They do the signature verification, assuming I request that. And if I don't, then they don't even do that, and they would just encapsulate and call it art. Because I asked for the signature verification, it goes through that process, which is like 2 weeks, and then after that, they just slab it and send it back.
Or usually Chip doesn't do the custom slabs that he does his own labels for, call it a day too. But yeah,
to get who do you go through to get those type, like I just want to know who do you use to get those done, to get the different, I mean, like you said
The commissions?
the commissions, things like that.
Yeah, so there's a variety of sources. So on some of those I've gotten in IRF authentic mystery boxes, because oftentimes they have. Lately, it's been about half the boxes will include a sketch cover inside of them,
Oh, cool.
and then sometimes with some of those they'll include, a coupon for whoever the artist of the month is that was the featured artist, and I can get I've gotten commissions for like Carl Allstatter for like $80. And sometimes you artist websites, and you check in with them. There's just a variety of sources you can get them.
The only one
or
I've
if you're
got.
in New York Comic Con, you could slide a book under the table to Peach.
I mean, some of that you can do. Like, I have one that's coming back eventually soon that was going in by CGC at CGC. It's much more expensive. It all depends what you're doing. I mean, I just had the one that came back this week on Monday's unboxing was a Ji Hung Lee commission, which was done. He announced a commission list to his people who are subscribed to him and follow him through his website. He was at New York Comic Con. He was going to be doing commissions, and he opened it up to mail-in commissions as well. So I was able to take advantage of that by sending my book in.
All right, so I think I only have one, but it was just the Squatchy one. I got Squatchy, but I had him send it to CGC for me and then ship it out to here. So
Sure,
it was kind of cool. It's the only way. I like that kind of stuff. I think it's kind of cool, but I just don't know. I'm not proficient in finding them on the intranets. So,
Just look up Ken Hazer.
Yeah, well, Ken Hazer, Ken Hazer. I have several. Those you can order through previews, actually.
Yeah. Or Dynamic Forces, right? He does a bunch of those.
Yeah, well, that's previews is where I buy the Dynamic Forces. They're through my LCS, but
or you go to
he does have a commission list that's separate, but I mean it's
Well, I know also Mark Teixeira does a bunch too through like Arch Rival Comics. You can get them. Like, I mean, you just look.
A lot of the artists, they have their own sites, and you can get stuff there, or you can contact them for commissions and stuff. And some of them aren't. Some of the really big, most of the ones that you can do direct easily like that are some of the older artists or whatnot. So that aren't necessarily the biggest of big names. The biggest of big names, and some of those guys, that's where you end up having to deal with brokers and.
Yeah, you're not gonna get Jim Lee to do one for.
Yeah, I always figured that. I always thought they'd be too expensive.
Jim Lees are expensive. There's been several opportunities in the last 2 years to get Jim Lee sketch covers and whatnot, but a Jim Lee sketch cover is like almost $1,000.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, like if you want to get the deluxe version where Scott Williams and Alex Sinclair do their piece on top of it, then you're talking like, $1,400, $1,500, $1,600.
Yikes. I mean, we met this lady. Her Desert. She runs something called Desert Something Comics. It was a lady who followed around with Stan Lee for like 20 years, helping him with his signing stuff. And what she does, I guess, is you send her the book. What was that? You send
because like there was notorious elder abuse with Stan Lee.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if she was part of that or not, but like
but I mean, she seemed nice, and she had a ton of stuff signed by him and that. But what she does now is I had her card somewhere, but basically you send her a book and say what you want on it, and she sends somebody to all the different conventions, and she has a CGC person who can go there and get them signed for you, and then has it all submitted to CGC.
Oh, witness.
Yeah, witness with them, so that you can get like 8 or 9 signatures. They're all witnessed, and then it gets sent back to CGC, and it makes it back to you like a year and a half later. I thought that was interesting, but I probably didn't want the price of that kind of stuff. I'm not large on signed books, really. I don't mind it. They're okay, but it's just not my thing, I guess. I don't know. But I haven't gotten many lately of that. I haven't got much of anything. I got Rob's book back here. I got to still take out. What's he looking at? What'd you find, Rob?
She's just counting the signed books you can grab. I'm sure.
Well, this one is like it's like.
Oh yeah.
I think this is the one I've been working on for a while, which is like right now it's at least 9. It might be more.
No, hey, you can't see some of them is the bad part.
Yeah, because especially like Jim Lee signed up here.
Yeah.
And Alex Sinclair in there. And there were some of them did okay, like Bruce Timm got in next to his name, and so.
Are you just going and getting them done yourself, or is that how you've been doing these?
So some of them I've done myself. Some of them I've sent to through a facilitator. Like I had a facilitator in Arizona that he was going to what is it, that Torpedo Con or whatever a year ago, where where there was like 5 of these guys were all showing up. So I sent it to him, and he took care of collecting 5 signatures for me. It was like.
That's not too bad.
Was that? Did you open up another one of those books, Rob, or is it always that Harley Quinn one? I'll tell you a different one too.
I have some others that have a lot of signatures, but this is the one that I've been working on collecting. Wanted to get like all these guys on type stuff. The other one that I have that I haven't really started on, but I've meant to from the Marvel side is I got one of those Heroes for Hope.
Oh, that's the one I remember you talking about. Yeah,
yeah, because it's got a billion people worked on it. And,
wow.
But instead, I've been working on. I have a Marvel 1000 that actually I've been working on. It's got about 6 signatures on it right now. That one I've been doing all myself. I'll tell you, I'll take that one with me when I go to Fan Expo here in San Francisco. And
nice. So at the end, when you're done, are you going to send it to anybody to get it slabbed, or are you just gonna?
I don't know. I mean, that many signatures.
Just witnessing that
is that many signatures is expensive.
I'd say how much they do per signature check.
Like 25.
Okay, so you're looking at like $300-$400 in signatures. Yeah, might be fast money.
Yeah, I mean it's just that's one of those things you just have it for yourself at that point. Maybe self slab it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I still was amazed at what the vet there had his own book CGC'd and slabbed. That was his?
Yep.
How do you? I know you can go in and put your name in and do all that kind of stuff, but is there any qualifications they ask for? I mean,
that's a good question. I've never done one. I'm not one of those guys, but it's a good question for him.
Yeah, I know. I got to get on one of those.
But ultimately, yes, there's a registration process to register with them as an artist, and once you are, then you can submit directly to them and with the signature thing, and it's all good.
On that kind of question, Taylor, could you do like a very light water painting of something and try that, or how would it?
I have to get CGC certified somehow, which I don't know what the process is for that, but
I know that. I'm just asking, like, if you're doing like a slight watercolor or some other type of, I mean, what kind of? My brain can't think. What kind of watercolor ink? What kind of things would you use on one, and how would they? If you use light watercolor, like I know, like kind of like that is, would it destroy the harder covers, the white covers?
Maybe, and I probably would use a watered down acrylic that way, anyways, because that way it doesn't reactivate when it gets wet. I mean, the acrylic when it's done, it's on there, and so I try not to. I've done some sketch covers. I don't love them because the paper quality of that, it's not really meant
Gotcha.
to hold like a wet medium like that, So
I just would love to
you
get
can do
like
it. It just tends to wrinkle and warp more than anything else.
that's
And
what I
if
was
you
worried about.
and if you really fuck with the paper, it'll pill up on you and stuff.
Oh wow, okay.
And so it takes a delicate hand, which is not necessarily my forte. But
Do you do more besides? I don't even remember, but do you do more than just watercolor?
yeah, I mean, I can do it. I mean, I can do like marker drawings and that kind of shit too. I just,
Actually, be kind of cool.
yeah. I mean, I could do a real thick, chunky acrylic on there, which looks like an actual painting, but that would be a nightmare to try and like figure out shipping and all that kind of stuff. So,
I don't think the I don't think if I remember right reading yours. I forgot. I was trying to get a friend to do that here. The guy with me and don't get along. He does pretty good covers. You've got that Thor cover he did. I thought it was kind of neat. Not as good as I thought it would be, but it'd be kind of cool to have like a Star Wars cover with a stormtrooper on it with one of yours on it encapsulated somehow. I just think it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it'd be doable. I just don't. It might have to be a self slab kind of thing. I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm not. I don't have the energy or the time or right now or enough commissions to like go get registered as an artist with either any of the companies. So
I think CGC is pretty much just a pretty standard form and information.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know, but who does know?
Yeah, I know.
Comic Vet.
There you go. Eddie. You can pivot your channel to be an interview channel and find out the answer.
Who else knows? Soul Twice.
You know who else probably knows is Squatchy.
Yeah, I've taught Squatchy lives in Moreno Valley, and for a while, me and him would talk back and forth a lot. But I haven't seen many Squatchy boxes lately at all. I haven't
paid attention.
Anymore. I used to like this stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Well, yeah.
I haven't paid attention to any of them lately. Really, I've been watching the review shows. I've been watching Rob's shit, and that's about it. Like, I don't really I haven't had the energy in the past couple of weeks to do much other than that. So,
yeah, it's definitely been.
Well, that's a mighty sexy T-shirt though you have on.
I try, buddy. I try. Just for you, and not just because it's clean in the top of the stack.
Well,
yeah.
Sometimes it's easy.
There you go.
I still wear this and I still get people all the time at Walmart. I love your shirt. It's kind of falling apart at this point, or your sweatshirt.
Yeah, I know. It needs to. Yeah, I found a better printing company since then. That doesn't where they actually adhere to the stuff a bit better.
It kind of looks cool the way it's doing it because the bottom is going. The bottom is really. I mean, if you look.
Yeah. I mean, it gets distressed, but I found a better online printing company since then. So. Anyway.
I was wearing mine during the slab review,
which I will watch when I get a chance. But
you're going to be able to tomorrow because my crew's going.
I've got all your bits queued up, Rob. I just don't.
Today I'm wearing the sweatshirt. That's the same sweatshirt.
Nice.
That you turned us on to that we were having.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love those blank sweatshirts.
Well, you should come on and talk to us then. Their Comic Journey. You got the Steam cards right there.
There you go, Eddie. You and Comic Journey should just interview each other. It'd be a riot. Get Peddlin' Pete on here too, and then you guys, all three of you, can just go at it for hours.
I may end up starting up some kind of an interview type thing with questions. See if I can get like Harden on here and a few other people. Not on here. On I'll do like a half an hour show. I'll tape. Be fun.
Yes. You hit the record button. It's not that hard.
I don't have. No, I don't have.
You can record. You can StreamYard. You can record StreamYard.
I thought you had to have the pay one to do it because.
Well, you might. I don't know. Whatever.
Because I have there's no record button on my thing.
Well, not once it's in, but like you can. Yeah, I don't care.
No, when you create the stream, you instead of you create it for you just record only, and then when you go into the studio, then instead of a go live button, it's a record button.
There you go.
Gotcha. Because my friend.
Then you have to periodically delete your recordings because you only have so many hours of recording that you're.
What's up, Flo? How you doing, man?
You save them to a format and then.
Once you upload them to YouTube, they're already there.
Oh, so I have to worry about it. Okay.
Right.
No!
So once you upload to YouTube, now it's on YouTube's server. But I do store them on separate as well. But
I've stored all my videos on this computer. The hard drive is starting to get a little lax. I think I'm just going to delete them all because most of them are shit videos anyway. But
I'll store them for about 6 months on my platter drive, and then after that I upload them as a backup for some dumb reason to my OneDrive, because I have stupid amounts of terabytes of storage there that I figure I have to use for something. But
nope, as soon as my video's up and I've troubleshot it, I delete it off my hard drive.
yeah, there's really no reason
There
I
you
can
go.
delete
Yeah,
it at
Journey
any
go
given
for a
time.
walk.
Yeah, Journey's going for a walk. I forgot.
Well, you got enough time for me as I'm waiting for my food to get ready, because I haven't eaten dinner yet because we were streaming about meat and I got hungry and I still haven't eaten my dinner yet. So I figured I'm waiting for it. And you have the time period of when my dinner's ready, or the battery dies on my phone. One or the other.
You're not the one based out of New York, right? No.
Yeah,
I am.
Okay, I forget every fucking time. So, yeah, I was like, say, where are you at right now?
I'm in Astoria
Tell
right
by charming northern like UP.
No, it looks
accent.
like Queens, not where I lived in Queens or in North Babylon, but it just reminds me of the area. That's all. The sidewalks, especially.
now. I'm in Queens, New York.
Huh?
I'm in Queens, New York. Astoria, New York.
I grew up off of College Point Boulevard, down the hill.
No, we have flatlands here. No downhill.
What's on the Comic Journey dinner this evening?
There you go.
I actually asked for them to make me 2 sticks of souvlaki, pork souvlaki, with
nice.
a side of just regular pasta, like a fettuccine, with a little bit of shredded Parmesan, and a little Greek salad. That's it.
Nice.
Nice.
But do you know where I'm talking about when I say the downhill area down College Point Boulevard?
Oh, I'm very familiar.
Okay. Leads to the park with the old rotten out, fired up cars that are probably gone now.
Oh yeah, that whole area has changed over.
Yeah, my grandmother lived down there.
That entire area has changed over completely.
But yeah, my uncle and aunt still live there, but he's got problems. Oh well. Oh, we lost Taylor. Was it his goodbye, or is he just? Oh well. No big deal.
Did you kick him off, or did he just run off by himself?
His internet probably croaked. So.
Or he used the tactic I said before on my live stream, where I could just blank out out of nowhere and say, "Oh, the internet died." Good excuse.
We have good internet here. Actually, I'm surprised. They took over the old cable wires in the town and basically put internet on it. I could get the new Wi-Fi. I mean, the new fiber optic they put in. They went along all the streets. You could tell they drilled down about 6 inches, put all the fiber optic lines everywhere. And they said, move your trucks, no parking, right? This one asshole wouldn't move his truck, so they dug around his truck, the line around his truck. Still sitting. It was just funny. I don't know. Oh, Rob's still moving. I was going to say, Rob, now EGS, what I know I'll watch your video about your opinion on them, but I like the look of those. I like the look of those slabs. I mean, it's one curiosity's sake. What are their prices like compared to most?
They're less expensive than I believe they're less expensive than CBCS and CGC right now. Their turnaround times are longer than they've been in the past, but they're still not bad. I think their turnaround times. Well, let me look it up instead of trying to go off my head, because I don't know off the way.
I figured.
I looked the other day. I know that they're longer than they were, but let's see here. So, wow, actually, they're on their expert choice is their standard grading, and it's $20 a book, and it's a 70-day turnaround time right now.
Oh, yeah, 7 days. Yeah.
Sure, the
70.
went out.
Yeah, 770. So
the internet went out, but yet he has enough internet capability to be able to text on there. Right,
Yeah, he's ignoring us. We know.
We know. We know.
I understand, Taylor. You don't want to
Go on, Rob.
So yeah, 2.5 months. So it's longer. Definitely longer than it's been. They had some material stuff going on, but they have a 10-day tier, which is $35, and a 1 to 3 day tier, and all this other stuff. But
Yeah, because I'm looking at I'm never getting these 2 books back. My last 2 CGC, the economy that's been sitting there. How much economy turnaround times? How much does that equate to? I know we talked about this before, but economy turnaround times, are they still 288 days or something?
on
No,
CGC,
it's 235 now. They've gone down by 40 pages.
on CGC,
Yeah.
yeah, they've been bringing them down some, but it's still, the economy is still
Why is
the
the
long,
economy so bad?
because that's the ones that they can't throw new graders at, right? The fresh new graders that they hire, it's easy to put them on new books, and that's
9 point eaters.
but that's my assumption.
Yeah, 235 days. I don't know how many. It's about a year plus. In business.
It's a good chunk, that's for sure.
Yeah, because
So,
I'm sitting right now.
but if you fast track it, 20 days. So in other words, it's a pay to play to get
Yeah.
get you to spend more. We don't
I
want
wish-
you to we don't
How
want you
much-
to spend only this much. We want you to spend
Do
this
you know how
much.
much offhand the fast track is different from the extra $15 a book still, or is that was
Yeah,
only
it's
It's
$15.
all about the squeeze. It's all
Yeah.
about the squeeze. The
It's
I
squeeze.
wish you could call them halfway through this and said, "Hey, charge me $30 and fast track the 2 you have," just because right now we're
Well,
sitting at 8 months.
no,
Yeah,
once it's in there,
with
it's in
them, it's a war of attrition. Let's see how long you can last.
they get to the
No.
point where what they do with them is like, if they just won't, they'll let them sit, because even if they're ready for them, they'll just let them sit because they need that they want that time built out to get people to spend money for fast tracking. That's the problem with fast track. Fast track incentivizes them to do less because they make more money for doing the exact same job simply by allowing you to kind of cut the line. And so in order to get you want to do it, they have to kind of build that up, because right now very few people are probably fast tracking modern books. Modern books have a 20-day turnaround time, and you're going to pay in fast track, it's 10 days. So do you really need to spend, basically 75% increase on your grading fees to be able to get it done in 10 less days? I don't think so. Some people, yes, there might be a few people, but I think for the most part, no. But when you talk economy, you're saying, oh, do you want to wait 235 days, or do you want it back in 20? Well, oh, yeah, I want it back in 20. So now people spend. Now you're adding more on there, and they're doing the exact same thing. And so it behooves them to let them just sit.
Yeah, even though it's fun, I think it's funny about that is that what word economy for those books doesn't sound like a right description to me.
Well, it's because it's inexpensive. I mean, this is only for the books that are under value of $400 or less, right?
Yeah.
Because if your book is worth over 400, then you're talking about it's a 15-day turnaround. So they have the graders, they can do the books, but it's just this tier, the inexpensive Silver Age books that they are like going, oh well, we'll just let those sit.
Rob, how many books do you, on the average, send in every year?
Too many.
No, like, is it like 50, 100 a year, 1,000 a year?
So at one point I was sending in like 15 to 20 a month. And then at one point it got a little bit more than that. And then it just kind of stacked up, and then I started slowing down because I had so many books outstanding.
Did you ever approach them on an additional discount for bulk?
Oh, their additional discount is clear. You can pay for the higher tier of membership.
No, I know that part of it. Everybody could do that.
But I wasn't doing the bulk. Like, I'm not doing like the bulk that they're talking about. They're talking about, they have, retailers and stuff that are sending it.
There's a guy on Facebook that I used to buy from, Timothy Stratton.
So if you send a significant amount of books, like a retailer or something like that, they'll give you an additional discount on top of the membership tier?
No. You would pay for the higher tier membership to get a better discount.
Yeah, it's the only way you're going to do it.
but that's it. They won't
It's
give
all
you an
pay to play.
additional
Yeah,
preferential.
no, it's pay to play.
So
Weekly.
those guys that send out thousands of books every year, nothing extra they get.
No, not that I know of.
No.
Nothing is publicized.
If you go on Facebook, look up Timothy Stratton. He runs I forgot the name. I can get it later, but he gets back about 100 books a week and puts them out. Has sales, buy it nows. I mean, as cheap as $35 a slab. He barely makes his money back on some of them.
See, I don't understand that. If I had that kind of volume that I was sending in, you better believe I'm going to sit there and negotiate with them to give me additional discounts.
Yeah, I mean, every week. What's funny is that every week he'll sell 50-60% of the books he puts out, and then every 6 months he has what they call a blowout sale. Starts putting 9 4s, 9 6s for like $20-$25 each. So,
There's got to be though something like that. I think the whole membership here is a bunch of bullshit.
It is. Well, for CGC it is, because not only is it, first of all, to submit books to us, you have to pay to be a member, right? And then we're still going to charge you to submit the form to us along with the stuff, right? You go online, you fill out the form and transmit it electronically to us, and we're going to charge you $5 for that, and on top of your membership and stuff. What they should do, it should be great. If you want to have a membership fee, you get a discount, right? Your members got a discount. Your members get free submissions. They don't pay for the submission fee and stuff. But you keep it for non-members where they have to pay that submission fee plus they pay a higher rate. That's
I
all.
can understand that. That makes more sense.
Right. But CGC, no, they just, you got to be a member to submit. You have to pay the submission fee. And then on top of that, if you send a submission and it's not all exactly the same. So if I send some books that are Bronze Age and some that are modern age, well, those might fall in different categories, modern and economy. Well, then that means that's two separate submissions. I can't have it on one submission. So that's an extra fee. And then if I want to have a custom label, if I send in 10 books and one of them has the ability to have a custom label and I select that custom label, that's a separate submission form. So that's a separate submission fee. And CGC is brilliant at nickel and diming everybody.
It's a bullshit application fee. That's basically what it is. Just
Hey,
like
while you're there, get me a loaf of bread, man. Come on.
I'm about to say, what you do?
it's not
Where are
that
you
kind of.
now?
It's not that kind of place. I'm actually in my family place right now.
Oh,
It's more Greek pastries. They do have food. That's why I'm getting food from here because I don't feel like cooking right now. But and it's just right downstairs from my apartment. So
yeah, Timo Hana's mentioning, they say, okay, you get the $150 tier, you get $150 in grading credit. That's all that means is that you give them money up front and they give it back to you later on as so you don't really get credit. All they're doing is you're not having to pay a membership fee over time. Sure, and that is that's the kind of the value to go. It's still bull that I have to pay $5 submission for them with each damn thing I send in. But that was the thing I did like about CBCS was that when I was sending stuff to them on a more regular basis was I could send any tier books all together as one submission. There was no submission form, none of that stuff. But
it's just a racket. It really is. EGS might be the youngest one of these big four, I guess, that we have. But at least they're not just beating you over the head with freaking fees left and right. It's a lot more straightforward as far as their fee structure than anything else.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's just getting to be too expensive.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, Timo Hunter brings up. Not only if you send in like a stack of books and you go, oh, I want to get a custom label on this one. Not only is it a separate submission, it's now automatically, because it's a separate submission, it's a separate shipment. So now you lose so now you're paying a separate minimum shipping charge on top of that.
The shipping's killing on those.
And if you don't realize that, man, that can all of a sudden be an expensive scenario.
Well, they're now demanding only FedEx, I think, and it has to be signature only. Well, okay, you deliver at my house 2:00 signature only. That's how
You
they
can
do it
do
here.
you can do postal service, so or
No,
or you you can do it's higher, it's a higher cost, but and then there's also you can have it shipped another way with your own carrier number and stuff. But
what's that mean on carrier number? I
if
see
you
that.
have an account,
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
you can provide that and have it billed through your account or whatever else.
Just like the time before, I had the choice on it. UPS. UPS. Their idea of
Yeah,
sitting
they
out
got
here to drop it off on my thing. Now
they
that's
got
gone.
rid of UPS. That's true.
Yeah, well,
But
FedEx.
FedEx Ground leaves it at my house unattended half the time, anyways, too. So
Yeah, well, FedEx do that. UPS would leave it on my doorstep, hidden away to the side without a signature. They don't care. FedEx in this town demands it, and if it's bigger than like 3 books, they won't drop it off at the drop-off spot, which is Walgreens in town. So if I do like 10 books and I'm not here to get them because I work till 5:30 at night, I don't get my books. They'll get shipped back to them. So I mean that's the pain in the neck part because I got to make sure somebody's here to get them. It happened with the Galactus guy. By George, thank God my wife was home that day, and that would have been a $400 figure that gets shipped back to Hasbro.
So one of the things that you can do, just so you know, is you can set up with FedEx. You can set up where you have notifications of deliveries when they're coming, and then when you get notification of something like that, you could go onto their site and you can schedule the delivery. So instead, not an hour window, but you could pick a day. So like if you know, hey, no, this day no one's going to be available, but instead I can delay it. You can delay it a couple days, type of thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, it started with me out here with the signature part. Thank God. If they usually come after 3:00, so usually the kid's home by then. He can sign for it. But
Honestly, I can't deal with the whole aggravation. I just have a PO box. Everything goes there,
Yeah,
and I
I
never
work
have to
from
worry
home, so I
about
don't worry about it. But
I should do a PO box, but I don't know. Our post office is kind of weird.
You know, even with the signature confirmation, the post office they accept it, and I just have to sign it off when I get it.
Yep.
Yeah, with the post office, when they were doing the signature, they had me sign something. They put it inside my little box across the street, and they just deliver them. They don't even ask for a signature. I guess they do the same thing at a PO box.
A PO box, if it's signature confirmation, they just ask you for ID.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh,
the difference being is though, if you get in a PO box at the post office, you're not going to be able to get FedEx stuff shipped there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
I've
right.
I've got FedEx stuff to my PO box.
Oh, really?
And UPS stuff.
I'm thinking about
I knew you could when you went to like some of the independent places, but I never post office. I thought they only took postal service mail.
So what happens if you give your PO box number to FedEx to deliver? How do they handle it then?
Well, the thing is, you can actually, if you had a problem with somebody that didn't want to deliver to the PO box, the post office actually you can fill out a form with them where they will allow you to put in suite instead of post office. So in other words, it would be the same address that you put in the actual physical address of the post office, and you put in the suite with your PO box number instead, and it looks as it actually a place to where it's delivered if you ever had that problem. But it's an extra form you have to fill out through the post office in order to do that. And I don't think they charge anything extra in order to
Yeah.
have that happen.
Oh.
I'll tell you, when Ohana said this, they had that one special I got with CGC. It was like $80 to get 150 this year.
The prorate. Yeah, I'm gonna take off. I'm starving.
I'm actually about to take off
Good
too.
night. Thanks for coming out, guys.
All right, have a good night.
Taylor's channel. Come on again, comic.
Take it easy, guys.
Later, guys. Bye.